Good morning and welcome to another vlog. My name is Taylor, founder and designer of NYGC by Taylor, or Not Your Grandma's Crochet. I'm actually preparing right now to be pet sitting for the next few days, so we will be having a fun location change. But first we need to pack up my crochet supplies because of course I'll be crocheting. Hello. Currently I actually have quite a few projects in the works, including but not limited to these here pants, which I am nearly finished with. I was hoping that I wouldn't have to bring them with me, but I'm thinking that I probably will. There's no way that I'm gonna finish these in like the next, I don't know, 4 hours before I leave. So she's coming. I'm also currently working on the second sample of my maxi skirt. It's in this cute yellow color. The maxi skirt in question is this one. Super cute. I have been noticing that you guys are looking for this on my website. This plus the pants I'm currently working on plus a slew of other things will not be on my website until sometime in May when I release this like summer collection. So I love that you guys are looking for this, but you won't be finding it. I've definitely been super focused on crochet stuff. That'll be slightly better, but I do plan on doing some needlepoint things as well with this collection. I'm currently working on this yellow bag. I also am working on this pink bag, better yet known as the was supposed to be Valentine's Day bag that will no longer be a Valentine's Day bag. I'm also currently trying to decide what I want to do. This right here is the technical NYGC mini handbag sort of situation. This is the actual size, but this was going to be the initial size. It's more like an envelope type bag. I don't know. I really like it. I feel like it has a lot of versatility in my opinion. It's really fun. This is probably the bag that I reach for like events and I don't know, different things like that. I was making these two bags. I already just had like these front panels cut out, the front and back panels cut out. So then I just made the side panels as thick. I made side panels as thick as the mini, but technically the front and back, the dimensions are slightly bigger. What I'm trying to say is the dimensions for this bag are slightly bigger for this, the dimensions for this bag are slightly bigger than this bag because I was matching the fact that this front and back are bigger than the mini, you know? And so I'm currently deciding I might just unravel this panel. I might just, because then I could sell this as like a clutch / wallet sort of situation. I don't know, but that's what I'm currently thinking about. So yeah, there's this one, and then last but not least, obviously I have all of these, but then I also have a blue bag that I'm working on. So it's definitely not too late for me to just, it's a pain, but it's not too late for me to take these out and redo them as smaller. I might test it with this one and then decide for the yellow. That's probably the plan. So yeah, we have a few projects to work on. Hi from pet sitting. Okay, my focus for right now is going to be making some progress on these bags. The pink one is nearly done. I just have to figure out, oh, and by the way, I think I'm not going to make it thinner for the sake of time. I think I'm going to like its current thickness. So Really, I just need to unravel this little bit because initially I was going to do something else with it. And I also need to finish taking this stuff out of the front panel. And then also this. We got it. Okay, so even though my position has not changed at all, I have actually gotten some things done. I completely undid both this panel that had the lettering and this one which had the the hearts on it. I'm really going back and forth about whether or not I want to make this bag slimmer. I'm honestly leaning towards yes. One, because it really is my goal to like make a more affordable version of this bag. And while I don't know if this like flower covered version is going to be the one that's like my super affordable one, if I end up liking this flower version, then I might go ahead and make a plainer version that I can also list. The fact of the matter is, what I consider affordable is still very relative to the craft that I'm doing, being that crochet and needlepoint are extremely time intensive. What I consider as affordable in this craft is probably not, in the grand scheme of things, as affordable as even I wish it could be. But if I could bring the price point down even slightly, like even something under $200, I feel like it's worth the attempt, especially if it's something that I personally use so often. In the white bag, I literally use fairly often, and it's in almost better condition than some of my other bags, and I can't really tell you why. So considering it's white and it's, I don't know, I can't tell you why it's in such good condition, but I think it's worthwhile. I am about to show you, however, why I often decide not to unravel these. So this is needlepoint plastic canvas. I don't really have a good blank sheet of plastic canvas to show you, but I'll try to later on. Essentially, with plastic canvas, what I do with it is needlepoint. I specifically use the continental stitch, just because I do prefer a fuller coverage type situation. I would say that's probably the biggest theme of my brand. I want things to look as much like a full coverage see-through fabric as possible. I would say that's probably what gives my stuff the look as though it's not crochet or needlepoint. But anyways, I mean, this does look like needlepoint, but crochet wise. Anyways, so this is the front, this is the right side, and then this is the wrong side. Tucked in here, you can barely even tell, but I have my different seams. I just pulled one out. And unlike crochet, where you could just easily pull on this and the whole thing unravels, needlepoint does not do that. You have to go stitch by stitch unplucking this. Now, if I was a serial killer or psychopath, not a serial killer, that's crazy. If I was a psychopath, I would take either a pair of scissors or a seam ripper to the back of this and just slice through. But I try to preserve my yarn when possible. But it's going to be worth it, because when I realized I did not bring my skein of yarn for some reason, like my skein of this yarn, I just have this tiny little ball. So doing this will give me a little bit more yarn to work from. And two, I'm just not a psychopath, so there's no way in the world that I would just take scissors and just like cut through all this. Not me. I finally finished unraveling this piece. Far too long. It takes far too long, way longer than you expect. Anywho, I'm currently trying to figure out, this is currently 1.5 inches. I would say it fits enough. I'm not sure if it's necessarily worth making it a full 2 inches, because my regular one is 3 inches, I think. Let's measure this. Yeah, this one is 3 inches. See, the nice thing about it being like this is that it, like, stuff really doesn't fall out. It's pretty hard to like just like take something out without opening the flap, and I'm concerned that if I add another 1/2 inch, it'll somehow become more easy, and I really just want this to be a wallet. So I'm gonna keep it at 1/2 inch because if anything, I want when people to buy this, them to be like, wow, this is an amazing clutch / wallet. Now I want a bigger size. That's at least my thought process. And if this one is 1.5 inches, then the actual mini being 3 inches, like, that's quite the upgrade. More of an upgrade in my opinion than if it was just 2 inches up to 3 inches. So let's cut this. I do not cut this in any type of cute way. I literally just measure it. If I'm being smart, I would use a Sharpie to add a line to make sure I'm cutting the right point. I'm not being smart right now because I just want to get this done. I really want this to be enough to make 2, but I think I'm going to have to unravel the other one, which is only slightly sad. It is true. I'm going to have to unravel another one. Such is life. Anyways, here's one, and we will unravel this one to get our second one. Hello. It's literally a week later. The last time I updated this vlog was last Tuesday while I was pet sitting. I am no longer pet sitting. Also, if you hear a ticking sound, I'm currently making pizza for breakfast. Anyways, what progress was made? Not a lot. Not a freaking lot. I can show you. I did in fact finish the bottom, like redoing the bottom and the side panel for the pink purse. I started on the handle for the blue purse, and that was pretty much all I did while I was pet sitting. I did, however, finish these pants on Sunday. They're literally absolutely perfection. Should I try them on for you guys? Okay, sure. Here are the pants. They fit literally perfectly. I still need to wash them, and I'm hoping when I do wash them, this weird like bubbling situation that's happening by my knee will stretch out. It's just because I did the mesh and the double crochet panel, it's like the mesh is not heavy enough to stretch it out. But I think with washing and air drying them, it should course correct. It also should get ever so slightly longer. That's the hope. If it doesn't work, then I'll just, in the next sample, alternate that thicker stripe by my knee with a thinner stripe on my thigh. I put it on my knee because I just felt like it would work better than the thinner stripe, but I don't love the bubbling. So yeah, they are extremely comfortable though, which is all that matters to me. They are indeed high-waisted, but you know how it goes. Anyways, I'm currently deciding what to work on next. That's literally my biggest goal for today is to figure out what the heck I'm making next. Because of all of the comments I got on my flare pants video about making a matching top for those pants, I was like, okay, so you guys are interested in tops. I didn't really have any plans to release any tops with this collection just because this is a secret. This is a big secret. I am only okay making tops. Like, I don't know. I myself am more of like a plain top wear. Like, I would say my tops are probably the least interesting aspect of my outfit. Usually like my pants or my cardigan, my shoes are usually the thing that I spend more time on. But that being said, I do agree that it would be fun to have a top or two in this collection, and it would be something that could bring the price point down potentially. So I'm currently working on this little strip of yarn. This is literally my 4th attempt at figuring this out. I think this might be the one that actually gets me somewhere. But the reason why this is important is because for these pants, I have a whole nother skein of this purple yarn. If you're curious, these pants took me a little bit less than 2 skeins of this Brene Baby Sport. So anyways, I have another skein of this. I think it would be fun and funky to make definitely a matching bikini to go with it, because this is the summer collection at the end of the day, and also maybe like a little cropped cardigan moment. I'm still deciding on that. I definitely am thinking bikini. I think a cardigan could be fun, but yeah, I'm unsure. Anyways, I want to make the top first because 1, this top will determine if I am going to make other tops for this collection, and 2, it'll determine if I'm going to use this stitch, this like 3mm stitch for said cardigan, or if I'm going to try to figure out a version with a 6mm hook. This cardigan was done with a 6mm, which I love. I love this cardigan. However, I'm not sure if I want this top, the cardigan for this, to be see-through. It could be fun now that I'm thinking about it. I feel like I would only do the 6mm situation if I wanted to just all be see-through like this. I probably wouldn't do it if I want to do the alternating situation. Well, anyways, I'll be back hopefully with an update sometime soon, and it's time for me to eat my pizza. It's a few hours later and I'm sitting here just procrastinating doing my work. I've completed most of it, but I do have a little bit left to do. Anywho, I think I've decided I do want to finish this top, just because while it's not that I'm not excited about having a crochet top. Don't have me mistaken. It's just I would say a little daunting. Tops are always a little daunting just because of my boob size. Like, I don't know, that's why obviously like making tops gives me a little bit more control over the fit and stuff like that, but I don't know, I'm committed. I am committed. Now that I'm actually having that thought, I'm like, should I make these sides like tieable? That could be fun. That could be fun. What would that look like? Do I like that idea? I think I kind of like that idea. If these, like, if I will probably have to shrink it a little bit just to make sure that there's enough room on each side. But if I made the sides tieable, obviously, like, once you tie the sides up once, you probably won't even have to worry about like continuously readjusting them. But I think that is a good idea, right? Okay, I'm just gonna reduce this a little bit and we got an idea. Hi, it is the next day and I'm currently working on the bags. I pretty much finished all the needlepoint purse pieces for both bags. I do have to like crochet around them and like put them together. But the last thing I need to do is figure out how short I need to cut this. This is like the part that like allows the bag to semi-close. So This one I think is 2 inches. It's honestly the perfect length, so I'm just gonna copy it. No, this one is like 3 inches. Intriguing. Why would I have made it 3 inches? I guess for this one, I don't really want it to like pucker in too much just because it's already so thin. That's probably why I made it 3 inches. Regardless, we can keep it at 3 inches. This might already, no, it's still a little bit too long. Why would I have made this one 4.5 inches? Anywho, we're gonna have to unravel this little back part until I get to 3 inches, and then we'll be done with this. I think that I probably could have unraveled one more row, but honestly, what difference is one row really going to make? I'm also cutting this plastic canvas with my yarn scissors. Would not recommend doing this, but I just don't feel like getting up to get my scissors. I've been really going back and forth on what to do with each of the bags because there's this pink bag, there's a yellow bag that is like the similar size where it's like not my actual size mini, and if I wanted to make this new like clutch wallet size, I would have to unravel the side parts. But I have a lot more of this pink yarn than the yellow yarn, so I think I should make the yellow yarn the like plain version, like the version that's like, yeah, nothing special going on with it. And I'll make this pink version the sort of flowery version. I don't know if I ever stated that that's what I plan on doing with these, but yeah, I will be adding flowers all over this pink bag and this blue bag, hopefully. I'm also in a weird situation with the blue yarn where it's like I do technically have more of it, but it's not like readily accessible, so we'll have to figure that out. But I'm currently trying to decide if I want to quickly crochet around all these pieces. It's not as money, it's just really the connection piece and the handle. Should I quickly knock these out and then I'll switch over to the flowers? I should probably do that. Hi. It is Friday and I did not update at all yesterday, but I've actually been, or it's actually been probably a little bit longer since yesterday. Things that I've done. I needled the NYGC part. Oh my gosh, it looks so good. See, personally, me, I feel like the NYGC same tone lettering looks a lot better on lighter colors than darker colors. Obviously it still looks good on darker colors, but it just catches better in the light on lighter colors for obvious reasons. So yeah, I did also sew on the clasp, both the front part and the back part. And in the most exciting of updates, oh, before I talk about the exciting update, I also did attach the handles. So we're making pretty good progress. I should definitely be able to finish this by the end of the weekend. Today's Friday, by like the end of this weekend, if not sooner, preferably sooner, but it is what it is. Very excitingly, I did take the time to sit down and figure out how to do the flowers that I want to do, and even more excitingly, I did actually start placing them on the bag. I'm thinking I'll probably add 3 more, so like 1 here, 1, wait, I think I did here, here, and then up here. I can't quite remember, and it might actually be 7 more. But regardless, I'm definitely liking how it's looking. Let me see. Yeah, I'm definitely liking how it's looking. I'm leaving this part unattached currently because I'm trying to figure out if I want to weave the like, if I want to attach the flower anymore with this, or if I just want to weave this in. Undecided about that, but yeah, it's looking cute. So I thought I would actually maybe make a flower in real time with you guys. That could be fun. I currently have 10 flowers, I believe. I'm thinking I want to do 7-ish on the back, 5 to 6-ish on the front, and then 2 on each side. So if I do 7, 6, that's 13. So that's like 17 flowers. I need about 7 more. We'll see. But anywho, so this will kind of be a tutorial. So I take my yarn. I'm using a 2mm hook just because this is the hook that I use to do all the crochet bits and pieces for the bag. I tried it with a larger hook and it just didn't quite look right. Plus, for another reason that I'll talk about in a second, I just want to make sure that these flowers will look as good as possible for as long as possible, and I was worried that if I did it with a larger hook they might get frizzy. I don't know, it's not really called frizzy, whatever you would call it in yarn terminology, way too soon. All that to say that you can do this with literally any size hook. I'm just choosing to do it with a 2mm hook. All you have to do is make your magic circle. Magic circles are actually extremely easy. I know it's like a thing in the crochet community that they're hard, but it's pretty easy. So you just take your yarn like so. You loop the yarn around so it kind of like crisscrosses on one end. And then I've actually been needing kind of a longer tail. So now I have it like so. Then with my hook, this is like the part that's attached to the skein, and then I just have this like extra loop part. So for the part that's attached to the skein, I'm just gonna pull it through into my circle, pull through, boom. Now it's secured like so with like a slip stitch. And then I do not actually crochet or do I? I don't crochet my tail in because for my purposes I need the tail when I'm attaching it, but some people do. I'm just going to do 9 single crochets. Wonderful. So I have a little train of 9 single crochets. I'm just going to pull my tail. I feel like I did this a different way previously. Maybe I was crocheting in, I don't know. It doesn't really matter. Anyways, now I'm just going to close up this little loop, my little loop of single crochets with a slip stitch, like so. Maybe I was crocheting around the circle. I don't know. Like I said, it truly does not matter. Boom. Nice. Then for these, I did treble crochets because when I did it with double crochets, it just looked not quite right. It didn't have like the petal vibe. It was more circular. So I chained 4. And if you don't know what a treble crochet is, it's just like loop your yarn around your hook 1 more time than you would for a double crochet. And I'm gonna put 3 double crochets into my, or 3 treble crochets into my first single crochet. Then I'm going to chain 4, slip stitch into the next single crochet, boom, chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I just repeat with my 3 treble crochets into the very next single crochet. I'm currently trying to decide what I want to do about the strap for this bag for 2 reasons. I know it would obviously make it more ideal. It would be probably more ideal for the consumer to have a strap on the bag. However, some things that concern me. These bags hold up extremely well. I've had the longest bag that I've had for 2 years and it still looks pretty fine. The only thing that gets kind of weird about the bags is the yarn will start to pill a little bit. If you don't know what that means, it basically just kind of like starts to like ball up a bit. You can use like a yarn shaver, a razor, whatever to take off the little pill balls, so that's not even like the biggest thing, but it does happen. And it happens when it just happens from like the bag and like the static of it rubbing on your clothes or whatever, yada yada yada. And so with these bags, seeing as I did put flowers on the back, I just don't know if I want to encourage people to have the bag and the flowers on the back sliding against their clothes, you know, like if they were to put the strap on and wear it crossbody, even if you wore it like under your arm like I typically do, like as a shoulder bag type situation. I'm just not sure if I want to encourage people to do that with these bags. So I'm leaning towards making these as bags that don't come with a strap. I just haven't fully decided yet. Now that I'm having this conversation, I'm probably leaning towards not doing the strap, if I'm being honest with you. I just don't really want to encourage people to have the back of their bag rubbing against their clothes. And I feel like I'm still not sure about what I'm going to name these bags exactly, but I'm really like thinking like flower basket or like something along those lines. So making it a literal handheld bag and it's like a flower basket theme, I don't feel like it's too off. And voila. I just cut this, slip it through, and then pull through this back part. You know what? I do think I was crocheting around this with how hard it's about to be for me to close this up. I do think I did that. I can still close it though. But I do think I was doubling it. So note to yourself, double it. Hello girlies. It is quite a few days later, but I wanted to end this vlog with a fun and exciting update. I in fact did finish the bag. This is, I still don't know what I'm gonna call it. Maybe like the wallet size mini NYGC handbag, something like that. But anyways, all the flowers have been added. I actually used the bag last night and it was literally perfect. Here's the inside with all of my cards. But yeah, I'm so excited that she's done. I think next up, and maybe the next vlog or two, I'll be doing the blue one, and I'm trying to decide if I want to also showcase it on the small size, like on the mini size and the medium size. That's TBD, just because I feel like it could also be fun to maybe do something different with the mini and the medium size, something maybe more colorful. Unsure, but this bag is done, which means this vlog is done. Sorry that I'm actually posting this vlog the day that I'm recording it. Sorry that I'm not posting the try on, like the second half of my everything I've ever crocheted. Wow, I just can't get that video quite right. So I will try to work on getting that posted, hopefully by the end of the month, but I guess we shall see. Anyways, if you're not following already, make sure you follow my Instagram and my TikTok. And make sure you're subscribed to my channel to stay tuned for the next installment of working on my summer collection. Anywho, bye you guys.